Hi, we're here live again for a Q&A with Kobo Writing Life. And this month, really happy to have BookBrush back with us to show us all of the newest features since we previously talked. So I'll give people a second there to try and come into the live chat. But I hope everyone is doing well, and let us know where in the world you're coming from. It's always fun for us to see. I'm here in a very snowy Toronto. Is it snowy where you are as well, Kathleen?
Cold but sunny. No snow yet. Maybe next week.
Nice. It's been like the perfect snow weather here, which is nice, but very chilly. But yeah, and it's really happy to have you back. I know it was a really popular chat that we did before when we had the demo. So if there's any questions throughout the chat, you can just drop them in and then we'll pull them as we're going. But if not, we'll just kind of get started. And so Kathleen Sweeney is the Manager of Marketing and Customer Service at BookBrush. And super excited to have you back. So I have a little sort of blurb here about BookBrush. You can correct me if I get anything wrong, but it is a platform that gives authors the tools that they need to create eye-catching marketing images, design book covers, box set images, all their social media, and more. Have I missed anything there?
I'll specifically call out the book trailers. I don't know if that was included in there. And then we've added more animated features and things, but it all fits in the and more. So
Nice.
Putting all those cool things in one marketing toolbox for authors.
That is awesome. So you were able to kind of provide a bit of a demo at some conferences, and I was really sad that I didn't get to see it, but excited that we're able to share it with our viewers here today. So yeah, we can kind of get started. So what is the newest thing that you guys have been working on?
We have several things that kind of fall into the animated category. So we've been building those types of things out, and I'll show you those here when we get a chance to do the screen sharing. Mm-hmm. But we have animated mock-ups, which take all the cool things and put it in one handy meme. So you have music, animation, your book cover, and the ability to personalize it a little bit without starting from scratch, and then it downloads as an MP4 and you can post it anywhere you want to. So nice. Those have been super popular.
That's really fun. And where are you seeing authors posting them? Is that something that they're using on like their social sites and things like that?
Sure. So they're an MP4. So you actually have the freedom to post anywhere that accepts an MP4. So Facebook, and if they're short, so you could do Instagram, really anywhere, TikTok, of course, too. So anywhere that you want to put something animated, you can post those.
Nice. Yeah, I always forget about TikTok. That is the newest thing that everyone is using now.
I'm lucky my kids keep me up to date.
I know my team sort of tell me about things, but yeah, I haven't quite visited just yet. But then we should also highlight for Kobo Writing Life authors that we have a special discount if they're interested in using BookBrush. Did you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So I'll show you some things that are available on the free plan. And then if you end up liking the tools and you test drive and you want to be a book brusher, we have a coupon code that will take 15% off any of the paid plans. So once we get in there, you'll see there are tiers. They're plus, gold, and platinum. And this will be 15% off any of those plans. The plus plan is $99 a year. It's US dollars. And then gold is $146 and platinum is $246. And they just kind of step up the features as you go along, what's included.
Oh, nice. I like that you have an offering for free so people can really try it out as well. And yeah, it's very customizable to however you would use it.
Absolutely.
Nice. So if you had, what's your elevator pitch for like, why should authors use BookBrush in general?
So here's the thing. There are a lot of nice design tools out there, but they're not all designed specifically with the author in mind. So I feel like you might look at the other tools and they have all kinds of things for everyone. In BookBrush, we've stripped away some of those things that authors wouldn't need anyway. But at the same time, we've beefed up the author offerings and things that authors can use. So for example, on 3D book templates, so you just take your 2D cover, magic happens and it becomes 3D. We have well over 100 of different templates of those. And so it's really easy for you to do ones that are ebooks and print versions and audio things, and even cool things like you can put your book in Polaroid picture, fun little things like that. So I just think that when you are an author, you want to potentially use a tool that's specifically for authors because it's going to have more for you.
And by authors too, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I know. I think that's great. And I remember last time we did the demo, we made a cover for my debut, which I haven't written yet, but it was called Sinister Beach. So
I remember it had like a pink in the background. It was
it did.
awesome.
It was very sinister, but it was also beachy. So that was awesome. So cool. I think we can get started with the demo. I would love to see all of the latest features. So if you wanted to share your screen.
Sure. And keep an eye if there are questions. I'm going to be in Ask Me Anything mode, so you all can feel free to ask, probably mostly book brush related, but I guess I'm flexible.
Sure. Yeah. Any questions you have, just add them in the chat.
All right. So hopefully you can see the screen here and the main part of the window here that you're viewing. And when I was here, I think it was February. And since then, we've also remodeled the homepage here to make it easier to use. And what I want to show you are some things that make your life easier. So you can do images from scratch, but it's also nice to have some handy templates that you can use, but just personalize if you'd like to. So I'm going to show you those in the different tools. So first we'll hop into Custom Creator. Here in the center, it says choose a tool to begin, and you can click on Custom Creator. And there are different options on the left to create an ad from scratch. You'll see different social media icons, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so forth. But if you're looking for some inspiration and you don't need or want to start from scratch, we would love to have you explore where it says Community Templates. And the info button says the easiest way to get started or get some ideas. And I think it's true. So let's hop in here. In these community templates, you'll find things for all different kinds of platforms and social media and different needs. You can filter on the left by genre. And this could be a double filter. So if you need romance and fantasy, you could choose both of those. And
that's good.
Yeah, lots of customizable choices. For the other side of the coin, let's do mystery, thriller, and crime. So you can see different things in here too. And they're just a starting point. So you'll put those in the workspace and modify and change however you want to. Then we have been busy under platform adding all kinds of different things in here. Of course, you would expect to see Facebook ad, Facebook Square ad, BookBub potentially. But then as you go through here, you'll see things like newsletter. Well, that's inviting folks to join your newsletter. So different ways that you can kind of create different images or get some inspiration. Then once you've reeled them in, there are email headers as an example. So you could come in here and spruce up your email header. And then we have different templates for, say, bookmarks. So if you're wanting to do swag and things, hey, hopefully we're going to get back out and do conferences and stuff. So you could have swag for your readers.
I know I miss swag. I miss seeing what is the new and inventive thing that authors have.
All those cool things, yeah. They're business card templates, and these could easily make into magnets too. You could design those and order those. We have a whole section down here at the bottom called Launch Party. So we've been really working hard on this one because, you know, when you're in the middle of that, like there's so many other things on your mind, it's nice to have all of these great images that you can just personalize. And the nice part about these is you could choose one that says, like, let's see if we see one. Maybe this one here says coming soon. I'm going to go ahead and click it for you. And then you could change the text and add a countdown. So it could be 5 days, 4 days. And on a paid plan, you have unlimited download. So you could just have those series all ready for, you know, whatever place you want to post them. So here's how you would personalize this. You would just click where it says your cover goes here. And then there is a lightning bolt in the lower left corner. And then you can come over here to your books, pop your book cover in. Takes a minute to convert. This is the magic happening here. It's faster when you're not streaming live, I promise.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And then you can just go to download, and your options are to download as a PNG, JPEG, or PDF. So if you're exploring the free plan, you have 15 downloads, and so you can use any of those community templates and try those things out. Then you could just go to the left and add like text and click on add a new text box to add your countdown. If you like this image, but obviously this is a vertical one, let's say you wanted a square looking option too, you can just pivot over to the left to add size, and then you could choose, say, Instagram, click that. Now everything's still here. You're just going to kind of rearrange into the workspace. So position it however you want to and move things around. So it's nice because it uses the same elements that are there. So it's on brand for you, but you can use it across multiple platforms. So that's an easy way to take those same images and do that.
Nice. And I see that cover reveals are something that are still kind of a quite a strong marketing tool. Is that a big ask that you had from authors for this?
Absolutely. So I'm going to pop over to the left into book template, and you can filter in here because there's so many. So I'll click on reveal. And this is one thing that people have been really saying, where do you get these? And they want to showcase different parts of their book. So one cover reveal doesn't necessarily suit every book cover. So
yeah, like maybe the most interesting part of your book is at the bottom here. You don't want to like give that away.
Or if you weren't ready to display your title, like you want to show the world a peep, but not all of it. So we have added a bunch of different things. I'm scrolling down on the left with different types of rips and scrapes and reveals and ribbons so that you can show just whichever little part of your book that you want to until you're ready to really just let the whole world see your cover. So you could actually work your way through a series of cover reveals, choosing different templates in here. So let's say I wanted to just add a different look here. I could grab this one and I could pick a different book even just to make it fun. And we will probably add new cover reveals quarterly because we've been having a lot of fun with those. So I would just use the garbage can to delete the one that's there and click over here on the left. Whoa, that got large. But and you make this, this is actually a little text stamp, so we can make that larger. And maybe you don't need swipe up on this one, or you could move it around. But it's lovely because you can personalize this in any way. So it takes the initial intimidation out of this blank slate. So you can come in, grab a template that you like, but then put your personalized touch on it.
Nice. Do you have any sense of what timeline people are doing with these reveals? I know that's hard. You're just providing the images, but sometimes I'm seeing them a few months ahead. And I know, like you were saying, that you can ramp down and sort of change the little bit that you're revealing up into like a week ahead or anything. But is there any patterns that you're seeing with how authors are using these?
I would almost have to go back and look and see certain ones. We can tell which ones are downloaded the most. Mm-hmm. But even from that, you don't know how they're changing them. So even though we have it saying coming soon, maybe people are really fond of this one, but they're changing the dates to something different. Mm-hmm. So I don't know for sure. I almost feel like it's a thing where there's not necessarily anything goes, but so many different approaches to it.
Definitely.
And it might depend if it's a book in a series, at which point, they're already hooked on the next ones. You might tell them yet at a different point in time when the next one's coming so they can get excited. And there would be pre-order options in here too if you wanted to put those kinds of graphics together for sure.
Great.
Good question, though. Now I'm curious too.
I know. I'll have to do some digging because with Kobo Writing Life, when you set a pre-order, there's no time period that you have to be, there's no restrictive time period. So it can be as far ahead as you like. So I'm always kind of curious to see when's the right time for somebody to do the cover reveal. Is it a month beforehand? Is it like 2 weeks? Like, I guess they kind of coincide it with like a newsletter. So you could use BookBrush to have like all of your similar branding throughout.
Absolutely. And that would be a nice way to keep yourself definitely on brand. I'm going to delete this background and show you another fun thing just in the background area. Speaking of staying on brand, I don't think we had the color picker last time. This wasn't even on my agenda, but it's fun to talk about. In the background or anywhere that you're picking a color, when you click on the color area, this one's currently a white circle, but you can use the eyedropper tool. And when you bring it over, it will perfectly match whatever color is in the center. Oh, wow. So you don't have to know the color code, but yet you can match that. So, all blues aren't created equal, all reds. Some look really nice with your cover and some you're like, oh, I didn't nail it. So it's a handy way to just click. I'll do another one. So I'm on blue.
That's a really amazing tool. I love it.
So then I could come down here and pick like this type of gold, and whatever's in the center, it's going to match perfect without you needing to know or having to get with a designer, figure out the color code. It's right there for you. It works on the background, the text. If you happen to decide you wanted to do a border, you could color code that too. And this border is just on a slider here. But lots of ways to personalize with your color and your branding.
Nice.
All right, well, let's hop back into those templates. We'll go into community templates in here. I did want to mention there's also a little section that we've been working on called quotes. And so in order to just keep your social media feed flowing for your readers, sometimes you would want something maybe different that's not an advertisement for your book, but reading themed. And so we've provided different sample quotes and things that you can put in here and then just change however you want and then download. So those are kind of fun too.
Nice. You must have had a fun time pulling those quotes.
It wasn't me, but I kind of wish I would get to do that. But I love reading them because they're really fun to do. So these are the community templates. We have those in other tools. So I'm going to pop in there and show you. If you would happen to be designing covers, you can go in the top stripe and navigate over to the cover creator. And we won't do too much with covers, but just as an example here under ebook, if you're choosing to design your own ebook, Kobo's right here for you. You've got the sizes, the dimensions and pixels underneath. But then if you're looking for some inspiration or just some kind of general direction of what might go where in your genre, you can do the templates here on the left and just click through and explore these community templates. Again, you can filter. So you've got the type, ebook, print, audio, and so forth. And then under genre, and again, you could do, let's do historical and romance. Those are two we didn't pick. Well, let's do holiday too. We're in holiday mode. So I love that there's all of these cool little choices. We'll just pick a Santa themed one. So it puts it in the workspace for you, but it lets you change anything you want. So what I like is it will help you see where are people putting the author name on the cover in my genre. But then you can click on that text box and you can change it just to you. This will be your next book you're writing.
Okay. I know I'm going to have such a big writing list.
Yeah. So anyway, you can personalize all those things, but you can move it. So if you decide, I think I want this at the bottom and I'm going to scoot these things up. And of course you are going to change the font, the title, you can delete the picture, change anything you want, but it's a nice starting point at times. So feel free to check those out.
Are these pictures just coming from like different stock images so they don't have to worry about owning the rights to these or anything?
Correct. Anything that you'll find in those templates when you go here into community templates, we've checked those and they typically source from Pixabay, but you don't have to worry about that. You also have the option to upload your own background image. So if you have one that you purchased that you really want to use, that's a nice option too.
Cool.
All right. So that was just a quick little peep into the cover creator if you're needing to do those. I'm going to head back to tools in the top stripe into the custom creator and talk about the animation that we kind of
I want to see how this thing animates. And so was that a big ask that came from the authors to sort of have this sort of animation? It's like how at BookBrush do you decide what to develop next?
There's a lot of different ways that we have things. So we have a roadmap and people put in suggestions. These actually came about though, because we'll do a book trailer at the end, but the book trailers are more involved. And I still promise you, if you're not techie, you can make a book trailer, but these make it really easy. It's just one scene, but you get the music and those things. So it's like maybe like Book Trailer Junior all in one mock-up. And it's for everyone. So any paid plan can do the animated mock-up. So I don't know if it was specifically something they asked for or something that we thought would be a nice answer for what we were hearing in terms of the book trailers and things.
Nice.
It was the chicken or the egg. I don't know.
Well, it's here. So that's the main thing, right?
Yes. So we have two things that are animated in the community templates, and you'll find those here under collections on the left. And we're going to look at the animated mockups and also the animated email signatures here today. So we'll start with animated mockups. And you can
this
see
might be a silly question, but what does mock-up mean in this scenario?
Well, we have a tool called instant mockups. And so it's just a mockup image that you drop your book cover in. So
I
since
see.
these are similar as a mocked up image, we kept that title, but then added the animated piece so folks would be able to tell it was something a little bit different, I guess.
Perfect.
So the good question. So I will click, we'll try like a beach and read here, and then we'll do something Christmassy as well. So it pops into the workspace. All you need to do is click where your book cover goes here, and then you can click the lightning bolt and swap covers. We'll put one in here. And as soon as the book is in there, I will push the play button in the top stripe and we'll see what we have.
Wow, you even get the ocean sound.
Yeah. So that one is about 14 seconds, but you can shorten them. If you like it as is, you simply go to download in the top stripe, and those download as an MP4. And then you can place those anywhere that accepts an MP4. If you want to add to it, you can. So you could add more books. You could add text. You could come over here to images, and you could go to retailer and add your Kobo. Specifically for Kobo, if you click under here where it says more from Kobo, you'll see the different logos and things, so you can figure out which one might look nicer. Like I kind of think this white one, I clicked it, I'm going to make it larger, would be nice on the blue background.
Right, of course.
And then you could shift these. Now it's static, but we could double click, and then on the left we can add animation here to the logo as well. So we could come down. So you don't miss anything. I'm going to click see all 100. And these are organized by attention grabbers. So you can see bounce, flash, shake. We could make your logo jello, which would be kind of cool. And then it's also organized by entrances, and these pair nicely with exits. So you could even have it fade in left and fade out right if you want to. I'm just simply going to have it fade in. So we'll click that. And it's set for a duration of 3 seconds, but we'll add a delay of say 2. So it takes a little bit to come in, and we'll push play. Comes in too. So nice. You could change and add whatever you want. This happens to be vertical, but you could come over to add size. And let's say you wanted the square option. Everything's still right here. You can just kind of resize, move things around. You could even have this bigger, stretched out, move it, whatever you want to do. This would be a fun one, potentially, to add a couple more books and have them each come in if you had a series that you wanted to promote.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, or even if you had a box set and you wanted to sort of let readers know about it in a fun way, this would be really cool.
Absolutely. Let's do a Christmas one too. So we'll come back over here to community templates, and I'll pick a different one here. We can swap the covers. We can put a Christmas book in here. Almost there. All right, we'll push play. So awesome. Super cute and short, but a fun little way to add, a meme or something to your social media streams everywhere. So it's anywhere that takes an MP4. This would be easy to do.
Could you upload your own music to this, or how does the music work? Is that also just like sourced from a public source?
Yep. So these animated mock-ups are kind of a package deal with the music already added in for you. And it's the only place here in the custom creator that you can have music. Now, when we get to the trailers, the book trailers, you can bring in your own music. And that could even be just an audio file. So if you wanted to have a recording of yourself reading a portion or speaking, you could bring that in too in the trailers.
Nice. Could you remove the music from this point if you didn't want it, if you just wanted it animated without anything? Yep.
Yep. So there is this little in the lower left spot, and you could just click the X and take that music out. Some people have asked, because they don't want their readers, who maybe shouldn't have been on their phone anyway, coming in their social media feed and then this music fires up. But I told them, I said, it's probably dependent on that person's settings. So they should probably have their phone set to not autoplay or have it auto mute. I don't think you're on the hook for that if you have music.
So do you think it's more engaging to have the music or have without the music?
Music just pulls me in, I think. So you can create all kinds of things in here with animation on your own. And those are really cool too, because you could have multiple books coming in and those kinds of things. But there's just something about the whole little package with a little bit of happy music and things coming in and that sound that just puts readers like kind of in the mood. I don't know.
Right.
So I like the music, but you could definitely remove it if you want to. All right, so I want to look before we go into book trailers also at those animated email signatures too.
Yeah, I'm interested in this. We can make an animated signature for Kobo Writing Life, maybe.
Sounds good. Are there any questions that anybody put into the chat or anything on the mock-ups or anything else we've done before I go into?
Nothing at the moment, but if
Okay.
anyone has any questions, please drop them in. But I think this is great, and we can just keep going.
All right, so animated email signatures.
So also
right.
let's talk about like why would somebody want an animated email signature now? Why would an author be interested in this?
Well, it's not really a secret that authors like to email readers to sell books. Like that's something people do. So if you could make your email stand out a little bit and have that little pop at the end, it can make, just add a little interest to your emails to your readers. So people kind of gravitated towards those. I will tell you this, when we launched these, this was the largest webinar I've ever hosted from a book brush perspective, because people were really wondering how to use these and what to do with them.
Nice.
So the interest is definitely there.
Awesome.
So these are kind of like preset. I'll click on this top one here and we'll push play in the top stripe so you can see what's already set. And then you'll personalize this just like you did with the other tools. So we can click on author name, and this wouldn't have to be just author. We could make it you, aspiring author. You can change the font, all the things about it if you want to. So we could come over here. Did we talk about add more fonts? I don't think we did.
I don't believe so.
We probably had this before, but just for anybody that's new or hasn't explored, let me click back out. When you go to the drop-down area in font, you can click add more fonts at the top. You have access to 1,000 fonts. So I feel like this really gives people a lot of great choices. You can filter at the top by display or handwritten. And then anything that you see you kind of like, you can just click and put a check mark next to it. So then it will appear in your list on your short account right there. So we can click another one here. This is also a place that you could upload your custom font. So if you purchase the font that's on your book covers and then you want to use it in your email signature or marketing images, you could bring it in here.
Nice. That's a really nice ad, because I know that people, I always notice when fonts are different. So it's good to have them consistent throughout, and especially if you're spending money on getting your own font to be able to use them in all of your ads.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you have it and you purchased it, bring it on in, and then you can keep that same look and feel, and it helps you stay on brand for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So when we click on font, you can see the just added one. So those would be right there. So we could change that one. And we could just change this to, I'm going to just put Kobo because it's nice and short.
Perfect.
And then the book covers, we can click, I'll put in some covers that we have here. I should have brought in your one that we created in February.
I was thinking about that. I should have gotten a copy of it, but no, it's maybe it's best to leave that.
Well, we're past the cover reveal. Everybody saw it. So you could have, this is the same book, but you could put multiple books down there if you want to. Change however you want. And then the interesting thing, I think, is this picture section. So obviously that's not you or me. We can click him and see what his animation is set to on the left. So his animations are set to zoom in. But this is where it's really cool. You can bring in your own picture. So I'm going to bring in one of me and we'll pretend that you and I are together, same person. So we'll go to images. And in the images section, you'll see 3 tabs. So we were previously looking at the community stamps. If you go in my images here, I'm in here already, but so you see the whole process. I'm going to bring it in. So it's on my desktop. Bring it in here. and it takes a minute to load. And then you can use the background removal tool. So this particular picture of the man has the background, but I'll show you how background removal works because this is a neat little option. On the thumbnail of me, I'm going to click those 3 little dots and click remove background. Oh, I didn't load my credits. It's okay. I have other ones down here.
Do you know someone that could get you some credits?
I should talk to somebody about that. I've been doing a lot of background removal. Sorry about that.
No,
anyway,
that's really awesome that it's just one simple click and it's just
yes. So this is what it would do. Luckily, I'm in here already.
Yeah.
So you can bring this in. And what I think is nice about this is just a picture my husband took. He's no photographer, but because it's in here in BookBrush, you could add these filters, you could lighten it up. So it's kind of forgiving. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to the sky with the garbage can here, but we can bring this over. And then you add your animation in the edit teen tools here on the left. So add animation, and I'll just do a zoom in down with maybe a 1 second delay. I can make myself larger. And these 2 little arrows in the lower right corner of any element let you layer. So I can send myself behind, and it's going to go 1 element at a time here. And now we're set. So we can push play. And you can adjust how that works. But it's kind of cool to do. And then those images of yourself, you could use in other marketing, maybe get a picture where your hands is up like this. And so it's like you're advertising your book, and then just use the background removal tool. Background removal is available on any paid plan, but that top plan includes 10 credits per month. So that's kind of nice if you treat yourself to that plan.
Nice. So you can only remove the background a certain number of times.
So you'll have 10 credits per month on the top plan, but on any plan you can buy them, and they're 50 credits for $40, and they don't expire, so you don't have to rush around and use them by any certain time. The other nice thing is once you remove the background, that image is going to stay in images for you over here. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to pay a credit each time. Once you've used it on the picture of yourself, you can use that picture of yourself however many times you want.
Oh, nice. And do you, so how will this work when a user sees it? Do they have to be connected to like the internet to see this animated, or how does it work on an email specifically?
So when you, let me back up just 1 second. You'll download it from here as an MP4. Mm-hmm. And then we have, I'm going to click over to our YouTube channel. I'm getting to where the user would see it, but this is how you get there. So on our YouTube channel, we have a couple a playlist with these different short little 2 to 3 minute videos on how to get it into some of the more popular email services. So Gmail, MailChimp, MailerLite, and Microsoft Outlook. And that just shows you how you get from point A, getting it out of BookBrush, to point B, having it in your email.
All right, perfect. You have it all answered. That's very convenient.
Yes. So then to get to the point for the reader, when they're looking at their email, either on their computer or their phone, it may depend on their settings if it, repeat plays or if it just plays the one time, but that's where the reader would see it. So they're probably online if they're viewing an email from you, and it would be at the bottom. Let me click back here. You can also then, where it says click link below, you can add in your email, and it's in those little videos, the clickable link. So if you want to link to your website or wherever your book is on sale, you can do that.
Nice.
So those are really cool and fun.
Yeah, no, those look great.
I'm going to click save as a project in the top stripe so you'll see it kind of saves in your account. And I recommend this for anything you're working on so you can come back later and make quick changes, even if you just want to change the wording, update the book, whatever you want to do.
Is there any limits to the amount of projects that a user could save?
Good question. So I think the free plan is 10. And then on the paid plans, the plus and the gold are 50 saved projects. And the top plan is unlimited. But don't panic on the 50. You can just delete to make room for more. So it's kind of a rolling 50.
Yeah, because I feel like you probably would only save things that you're using regularly or haven't used yet, perhaps. So, yeah.
Or save it, and then if you want to do some spring cleaning later, you could come back and take them out. But what I hate is to see somebody download it. They think they were all set, and then they look back and think, oh, I wish I would have. Whatever the thing is.
That's when you find the tiny typos or the font that is the wrong font. You want to make sure you can edit them.
Yes. So save those. Say, even if you think you're all set, I would suggest save it as a project, and then you can always hop in later and take some of those out. So that's going to save when you're on the left over here in the My Projects tab as a little mini GIF or GIF for you. So
Oh,
you can tell
cool.
you've got animation over there. It's like a little speedy version of it.
Yeah, and you can see it right away, so you don't have to worry about like naming your projects. That's something that I can never find anything on my computer, I feel, because I always forget the names.
Yeah, it will. And we've been working on making everything easier to navigate. So I talked about remodeling the home page, and I'm going to go back in the upper left and click home. And so when you come in here, we talked about at the top, choose a tool to begin. But if you just scroll down to My Projects, there's tons of them here for you. These are the ones in your account, and you could just click right to them to open it. So if I came in here and I'm in a hot hurry to get this email signature, I can click on it, and it will just take me right into the custom creator with it in place, and I can make my changes quickly to it.
Perfect.
So we'll go back to home here for a second. Each of the tools has a My Projects tab. So you can see here we're in Custom Creator, but you could click to Trailer or Cover Creator, Box Set. So any of these that you have saved projects, you can quickly go to those. So easy way to get to those different things. Any questions on anything we've done here so far?
No,
I know
I
I'm kind
think
of throwing a lot at you.
no, this is great. I feel like we can keep going. I'm really interested to see how we can make a book trailer.
That's where we're headed next.
Nice.
So again, in this top stripe here, top area, choose a tool to begin. We can hop into the trailer creator. And in this tool, and really in all the tools, we have community templates. I think these are the easiest route to go in any scenario just to get yourself started, because then you can personalize it however you would like. So I'll choose a community template here. I'm going to click on the one in the top left of that area. Before I click Get Started at the bottom where you see the editing, we're going to play it so you can see what we're starting with. So when you push play on the lower left, prepare to be amazed.
Oh, wow.
You can hear the music, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll pause it there.
That looks so good. That's like such a way of really kind of adding depth to a book that presumably is set in a city, has some sort of community or anything really that can add additional depth to the story. Yeah, that's super cool.
Absolutely. And what I love about this one also is it's very easy to personalize, because you have essentially 4 different video clips and images that you can just swap out. So if you need it to be romancy, mysterious, creepy, or I'm thinking we'll do a Christmas one. I totally have Christmas on the brain.
Sure thing.
When you click, so here's how to do the edit team. You'll click at the bottom where it says Get Started. And then you work your way across. So in the lower left, it indicates trailer elements. The first thing highlighted is this music note. And so you can replace it or leave it. And this is where we kind of talked about, this is the place where you can bring in your own music if you want to. So
Can
on
you
the left,
also bring in your own videos if you do have them?
yeah. Oh, yes. You can bring in your own videos, and you could do images and just add the animation effect. So if you have like the cover art, maybe background, and you want to use that in here, there's definitely ways that you can make that work. Plus, it's so personalized. So that would be cool to do.
Nice.
On the music, we have already over 100 types of commercial free. So they're organized. You can see it on the left. Bright, emotional, epic, romantic, dark, and then the hidden gem here, the My Music tab. So this is really any type of audio file. So what I think is neat is, a lot of people get to feel like they know the authors, they recognize their voice. And so it'd be fun to read a blurb, or you could even have a clip of you speaking. Music's nice too, but the voice thing is kind of a cool option.
How do people make sure that they're not going to like be like how that they're not having any copyright issues with like uploading any music? So it's just definitely something that either you've created or you've purchased.
So the ones that we loaded for you are commercial free. If you're bringing it in, you're basically acknowledging that you have permission to use it. So you would just want to make sure that you either got it from a site that allows that, or that kind of thing. Just double check that for yourself, because we don't want
Perfect.
anybody to get in trouble.
Right.
So I'll play some sample ones under Bright here.
Mhm.
We've got some Jungle Juice. So there's a sample. So you can just go through and listen to different ones and see there's one called Happy Piano. Lots of different things in the romantic and dark that are cool. I'm going to try Snowflake. I say for Christmas. We'll do that one. So you'll click the plus button, and then you'll see at the bottom the confirmation successfully replaced. And you can replace the music more than once if you're still fiddling around.
Does this replace it on the whole thing or just on this video?
It will fix the whole trailer. So then you'll have this music carrying on. So you could listen to longer. Like the Snowflake one is almost 2 minutes. So you could make sure you like the music through the whole thing. But it's a good one. We'll be good. But you could listen to all those, and you could add more than one. So we're in easy mode. And at the end, I will show you advanced mode. So you could have one music and then a second one and line them up. You could definitely do that.
Wow.
I'm going to click now on the lower right for next. And this is where you're just working your way across the trailer. So this is replace the background video or leave it. On the left, we have 4 tabs. So the first 2 have a little video camera, and they say search or saved. So searching will search videos that are available. And we also rotate through some sample search topics here because sometimes you're just like looking for ideas. Mm-hmm. Then the saved video camera is where you could bring in your own. So if you have a video to bring in, this is where you'll do it. The next 2 have just a picture image, and these are search and saved also, where you can bring in your own or search. In both the video and the image section, those source from Pixabay. If you're doing a search, that's where it's going to source from. So we can do Christmas lights here. And each one you can kind of hover to see what it's going to do, or you can go ahead and add it. We can just go ahead and click and add. And then I'm going to keep working my way across. So we'll click next in the lower right. And here's where you can edit and put in your blurbs. There's essentially like 4 little spots where you might want to have those lines of text.
Mm-hmm. So this, by adding that there, has replaced that cityscape that was there beforehand?
Yes. So you can kind of see, I'm hovering at the bottom. Now that has that new little Christmas spot. And this next one is going to be where the 2 roads were going. So when we substitute that one, so you can kind of keep tabs on it at the bottom. But we're trying to make it like super streamlined. Like, for example, in this text on the left, you can click more options and you get that full text editing that you would see in the other tools. But I kind of like fewer options. So you feel like, I can do this. So it's not overwhelming in here.
Right.
You can do a book trailer. In the font, you can click the add more fonts and all those things. I'm just going to change the font so that it's personalized for us, but I'm going to leave the text just set where it says your passage here.
Nice. Rashid has commented that the tools look good. He's a fan.
Yay, thank you. And you haven't even seen the finished book trailer yet.
Right?
All right, I'm going to click next again. And so now we're going to substitute with another Christmassy looking image here. Let's see. We'll throw this one in. We'll click next. And on these text ones, each one I'll just replace with the same kind of matching font. Mm-hmm. Click next. Now the first 2 we did videos, so I want to show you how it would also work if you search for just an image. So I'll click on the image tab, and I'll probably just do Christmas again. And these are not static. They still have that motion. So we'll choose and put this image in, and then you'll see it at the end. Click next, change the font. And if you want, you could grab this and scoot it so you can see where things are if you want to kind of push further ahead or go backwards.
Oh, cool. That's handy.
Manipulate it that way. And then next, and we'll put in a book cover. I even have a Christmas one, so that's pretty perfect.
So prepared.
Yes. So I'm going to push stop and we'll play it from the beginning and see our new creation here. I'm going to pause for a second just to mention you're still in control of all this, so you could grab your text box and move it around to wherever you think would look nice. I forgot to change the release date. But other than that,
no, this looks really good.
It's real quick and easy to do.
Absolutely. And can you shorten or lengthen them as needs be if you wanted the trailer like super short, or if you wanted to like I don't know, maybe you could use a longer trailer on a different platform.
You sure can. So we are in easy mode, which is a nice place to kind of build it, but you can toggle back and forth. So in the top stripe, it says easy. If you click to advanced, you'll see actually why I love easy mode is this is what's all done for you here. I'm going to drag the timeline up from the bottom, and you can see like this first passage is set to hide, then zoom in left and then hide again. Whereas you have the next one, it's going to hide longer, and then its job is to zoom in. But the thing is that you can move, so you could drag this hide and move it. If you want this zoom in to take like a longer time, you can grab these things. And then each of the background ones in the top, you could click and you could shorten them or replace them from here. So you have a lot of editing options in here.
Cool.
You can also add. So let's say in images, we wanted to, we'll do retailer, we'll add your logo in here. I'm going to click more from, because I think I want a white one. So
your favorite one.
This one is?
The white logo is your favorite.
Yes, I think so. It seems to look so nice on these colored backgrounds.
Yeah.
Although the red's Christmassy, I guess it would win-win either way. So when I add this, it's currently just going to be static in the whole image, or the whole video trailer, which would be fine. But you can also click it here, and now it's in the bottom of the timeline, and I can click the plus button, and I can give it an animation. Wow. So if we want it to do an entrance, like we want it to fade in, now you can see it's down here, but you can move it where you want it. So I'm going to drag the timeline up. I like in the background step, there's a little lock button on the left. And that's nice because then if you shorten this, but you're scrolling, you can still see each background video. And that's kind of important because a lot of times you want to line your text and things up. So we can have the logo appear here further down, like in this fourth one. And then we can click back to easy mode where it feels comfy. And we can push play again. And I can click and move it. So wherever I think is going to look nice. So easy to do, personalize. You could resize it. You could even bring in the same way we brought that logo in. You could bring in additional books. So like each scene would be about a different book. If you wanted to make your book trailer advertising 2, 3, or 4 books, you could do that too.
Yeah, that's really handy. I think book trailers are definitely underutilized, and they can be a great marketing tool.
I think people just never thought about them. They're thinking,
or they're a bit scared of them. They have to like pay like some production company to like make a trailer.
Mm-hmm. It's an intimidating process if you didn't know where to start, and it also might just have this perception of being pricey. But if you're in the book brush plan, these are on the top plan. So they're kind of a premium feature. It's $246 a year, but then you can do an unlimited number of trailers. So you could really get creative. And of course, you could have them be shorter, longer. all this editing in advanced mode is here for you to do. I just like to show at first easy mode so people aren't thinking I can never do it, because you can.
It definitely is very accessible for any author to be able to create a book trailer. Especially, I know, some authors make their own covers and things like that. And if you're already doing that, or you're anyway doing your own marketing materials, this seems like it will definitely be something that you could use easily.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's pretty much everything that I specifically wanted to highlight, but I'm happy to go back and do questions. And I want to do the coupon code.
Yeah, let's talk about the coupon code. So if anyone is interested in checking out BookBrush, we have 15% off, I believe, for Kobo Writing Life authors.
Yep, I'm getting there. It's slow going. Here we go. So in BookBrush, there are a couple different places where we have a folder system to help you keep organized. So when you're in templates and projects, for example, I don't know where I just got switched to. That was weird. Hang on. Let me stop the screen sharing. Something just got crazy.
Oh, no problem. Let me just go back to us. But that was really great. I can't believe in less than an hour, I have a new email animated signature. You made a book trailer. We also just have like animated advertising as well. Like that's crazy. That's so quickly done. And I mean, I know you're a pro. It would take me several times.
It wouldn't. You would be fine.
Of time.
I'm going to go back to the screen sharing. That was just weird. I don't know. I'm sometimes logged into multiple things, so you guys will be fine. You only have one account.
All right. I'm going to add you back. Here we go.
All right. With the folders, so like, for example, when you go to the My Projects tab here in the tools, you can click on different folders, or you can click new folder and create a folder. So you could save them either by book, by series, by holiday promo, pen names. So however you want to organize it, you can. So I have a folder called Holiday, and I put the code in here. So the code is going to be KWL 15. So nice and easy. So as you're thinking about revamping your marketing, which is what today is about, if you want to give BookBrush a try, that's 15% lifetime discount. So it will apply for your upgrade today, and then also each year when your plan renews.
That's awesome and so generous of you. I'm really pleased that we get to offer that to our authors. And I would love to know if anyone checks it out. Send us an email at writinglife@kobo.com. Share your book trailers. Let us know on social if it's anything that's been created through BookBrush. That would be really awesome.
Awesome. And I should mention, it also will work if you are on Plus or Gold and you want to step up to Gold or Platinum. Like if those book trailers are calling your name, you could use that to step up your plan too. I'm going to go back to the home page. So when you get in here and you're giving things a try, you can click in the pricing tab in the top stripe, because we talked about it, but it's like a lot to think about. Mm-hmm. So you can compare the plans on here too, the Plus, Gold, and Platinum, and take a look at those.
Is the Gold the most popular one there? That's what that's highlighting.
So it has... let me just do a little teeny rundown. So the Plus plan gives you unlimited downloads in the custom creator, and you have all the animation, the video backgrounds, and the cover creator. Gold is the most popular because it includes instant mockups, and we can peep those here in a second. And the box set creator is added to that one on top of everything with Gold. And then Platinum is tempting too, because there are exclusive platinum mockups and that trailer creator, which is amazing. And then 10 background removal credits per month with that plan too.
Nice. I think the box set creator is really key because Kobo readers love box sets, and being able to create something that's in the same theme or just making an interesting cover for a box set is really essential.
I'm going to click back to the home page here for folks. When you're in here, free or paid, if you go down to the left, there's a section called webinars, and we have different sessions on the different tools. So like, for example, we didn't really get to talk about box sets today, but Wednesday the 15th, I have a box set creator 101 session. These are free and they're recorded. So even if you can't join live, you could register and get the recording of them. But this gives you a way to dig a little deeper into the different tools and things.
That's super helpful. And you must be kept so busy. You're doing these all.
I do, but I love showing off the tools. It's a lot of fun. So I think that's a good way for people to get in and get a feel for it and be able to ask questions too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we'll go back to the home page there. And if there's any other questions or things, let me know.
Yeah, no, I think this has been wonderful, Kathleen. Thank you so much for joining and for letting us know. I'll just remove your. There we go. So it's just the
Okay.
two of us again.
All right, perfect.
I was just wondering. So that was a lot of information that you just gave, and those demos were wonderful. I am a bit hesitant to ask this, but what's next for Brooke Brush? I know you just released such huge things. Just kind of making them improving the process as best you can.
Well, since you asked, I think what's coming next year will be an Instant Mockups 2.0. So right now, we didn't necessarily, I guess we didn't look at the Instant Mockups, but that's okay. Those are just the images where you just drop the book cover in, and we have probably about 1,700 of those. We are working on developing a way that you can edit those a little bit before you download. So if you had picked out like 10, you could add text to each one with your website or a sale price and download all of them in a batch with that. So that's no specific timeline, but that's coming. So we're going to call that the Instant Mockups 2.0.
That is fun. You guys are working on things around the clock, it seems.
It sure feels like it, but we love it.
Nice, nice. So if anyone is interested, they can just go to bookbrush.com and use the code was KWL 15.
All right. Awesome. We'd love to have you join.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Virginia says this was fabulous information, and then she never knew this was available. So says thanks for doing this. So
wonderful. I'm glad you came to watch today and soak up some info.
Yeah, glad you found it helpful. And this will be there. People can watch it at any time. And if there was any questions for Kathleen or for me, you can hit email the team at writinglife@kobo.com, and we'll connect to make sure that those are answered. Kathleen, thanks again for doing this. So helpful.
No problem. My pleasure.
Yeah, I'm on my way. I just need to write several books now. The holiday one in particular, I should be doing that pretty quickly, I guess, to get it out.
We'll be here for you whenever you're ready.
Exactly. Oh, well, thanks very much. And we'll be back again next month for another live Q&A. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you again soon.
All right. Thanks. Take care, everyone.